That's why my butt's down here and my nose is up here. They weren't supposed to know each other. They weren't designed to interact. Now we're going.
Immediately choked on my spit. You did that for me! I did. Well, you've fallen victim to the, I don't know what's it called, the object association curse.
Thank you.
It had plants on it, and I was like, that's Mary Grace.
I love it. Thank you.
It's green and got plants.
Right now. Thank you.
Open it. What do you mean?
Open it?
I mean, yeah, but it's not really something open. I just didn't unribbon it, I guess.
I'm going to unribbon it and put it on my body.
Okay.
It's a blanket.
Oh, yeah. It's got a blanket. It's a blanket with, like, twigs and plants
like
on it.
Little, like, evergreen twigs. Thanks.
I saw it, and I was like, that's Mary Grace. So
Thank
you're
I love
permanently...
it.
You're permanently the plant person now, so...
Which is so funny, because I don't have nearly as many plants as I did.
That makes me really sad.
No.
Why?
Life.
You're just not a plant person no more?
No, I am a big plant person. I just, like, have shifted to, like, easier plants and less plants to make my life easier.
Well, a plant blanket is definitely going to be easy, hopefully. It should be, like, a Velcro thing.
Oh, you're right. Thank you. I'm going to put it in my room.
I don't know why that reminded me of, like, the Leopleurodon is going to show us the way.
What?
It's a magical Leopleurodon. The way you said that just reminded me.
I don't know what you're talking about.
A magical Leopleurodon. It's going to show us the way. You don't know that? Aw, you're a youngin'. Okay. Shalom, shalom. Welcome back to my aunt's attic.
Dark green on the inside.
Yeah. I was like, that matches your aura perfectly. I don't know if the mic caught that, but it's dark green on the other side. Like an evergreen on the flip side. White with plants and stuff on the other side. So I was like, yep, that's Mary Grace. No, I went to Barnes & Noble yesterday because I needed to pick up the 4th book of a series that I'm reading because the 3rd book ended on such a horrific cliffhanger. And then I went and they were like, yeah, we should have one in stock. And I'm like, yeah, but it's not in the fantasy section where it's supposed to be. And they were like, okay, well, let's look around. Could not find it. Could not absolutely find it. I mean, me and this other woman were walking around looking for it and stuff and couldn't find it. I was freaking out. And then we kind of gave up. And she's like, I can order it for you just to make sure that, you know, it says we have it here, but I can't find it. She checked in the back for me and everything. She could not find it. So she's like, well, let's order you one to make sure you get one. And I was like, okay, great, thanks. So we ordered it. But I was like, I'm here right now. Like, so I kept looking around. And then I didn't know she was actually looking around too. She had continued looking around after we had ordered it. And she managed to find it.
She found it?
Yeah, she did. It was tucked like in between a bunch of other books on a table. And I thought it was bright red because the books are very bright. The first one's yellow, green, blue, and then I thought the last one was red, but it was actually black with just red accents on it. So I kept missing it because in my head I was looking for a bright red book. But then she managed to find it and she ran up to me and she's like, I'm so glad you didn't leave yet. Here it is. I'm like, yes!
Are you coming through? I don't hear you.
I'm coming through in my ears, okay. I think. I hear myself in my headphone. It's better?
I think so.
Am I just closer to the mic? Oh, I just touched it. So. I'm eating the microphone now, so we better be hearing me. I don't know.
That's good.
I'm coming through on the sound waves. So.
Now you are. It was like nothing before.
Oh. All right. Well, I'll just continue being my obnoxious self. We'll figure it out.
Okay. Thank you, dude. This is so nice.
You're welcome.
It's like really like heavy. It's like not like heavy, but it's like, what's the word I'm looking for?
Dense.
Dense?
It's dense.
You know what it reminds me of? Have you been seeing those videos on social media of like what's the word? 1 face, 4 faces, 16 faces. Have you been seeing those?
What?
It's like when they're animating stuff, it's like a blanket. So the blanket has 1 face and there's like a little Minecraft dude like laying in his bed, right? So it'll say 1 face and the blanket drops and it's just a single blank, and then it just like lands on him and it slides off. 4 faces and then it's like 4 faces on the blanket. So it like lands on him and then it kind of slides off. And then 16 faces and then it becomes more and more realistic. And then there's like a perfect number. It's like 2,000 something and it lands and it's like, oh yeah, that's a real blanket. And then they do more faces and then it starts to look really unrealistic because it's too many wrinkles in it and it's like too like liquidy. And then there's more and more faces and it basically becomes liquid at one point.
I have never in all my life been more confused than I am in this
I'll
moment.
show it to you.
I mean, not a single word of that made any sense to me. That's not even something that I could picture in my mind. I have
show you.
zero frame of reference for literally any of that. Holy cow. I'm
It's
kind
just-
of impressed with how absolutely befuddled, confused I am. I've never in all my life been so thoroughly lost.
Are you comfy?
Yeah?
Okay.
Do I not look it?
I'm just checking.
I am sitting in a
Different. Your
seemingly...
hair looks really cute.
Oh, thank you. This is my attempt at covering up the fact that I did not wash it this morning.
Oh, I would never know.
I have obscene amounts of dry shampoo and texturizing spray in it right now. For those who obviously cannot see us because we're not a visual podcast. I curled my hair. I have pin straight hair, but I curled my hair.
That's cute.
It's very large because I have layers in my hair, so it's very.
It's not huge.
Oh, it was.
Oh.
Oh, it was. I'm talking like 80s poof. It was huge. I kind of smushed it down a little bit, but no, I since putting the color in my hair,
Yeah.
I was like, I really don't want to wash my hair every day, you know, and waste it. So I've been
Which I feel
trying
like
to-
you've shamed me for in the past.
No, I shamed you for not showering every day.
Okay, same thing.
No, not same thing.
Well, I wash my hair when I shower. If I take a shower and I don't wash my hair, I'm like sweating in the shower and there's like humidity happening and it makes it worse.
I get that. I get it.
Like, yeah, I have a shower cap, but then the edges get wet and then I'm like a big grease ball anyway.
I'll say I don't bother with the shower cap. I just try and not get my hair in the water. And then if it gets like around the edges, if it gets a little damp or whatever,
would
then I
forget.
just dry it a little bit. But
Uh,
no, I didn't wash it this morning, and so I have obscene amounts of dry shampoo and texturizing spray to try and hide it. It's not working. I can already feel it. I can feel my hair being gross.
I know
So-
the feeling, but I think it looks fine.
Oh, thank you.
It looks good.
I appreciate that.
But I hate the
considering-
feeling of having dirty
I can
hair.
just feel it on my like it feels.
Yeah.
It feels greasy and gross and like wormies crawling around on my scalp. I don't like it. So, but yeah, I don't want to waste the color in my hair. So
No, that's
try
true.
not to wash it every day. But I have a hard time going out in public when my hair is not perfectly nice. And I have a ton of things I got to do today before my one appointment later today. I know you did it last week or something without me because I had to ditch. But
Oh, we didn't.
oh, you didn't? Do you want to go to Hobby Lobby?
Today?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I gotta put pants on.
No, you don't.
I do. I
You
will. It'll
I
take 2
don't think-
seconds.
Well, yeah, you do.
I'll put
I
pants
guess
on.
that would be considered public indecency.
I have pants on. I mean, like jeans. I have pajama pants on.
Did you see that one TikTok? Girl walks in and she's like, "Hey, girl, are we a shoes off house here?" And she's like, "Oh no, you're good, but we are pants off." And then she comes out, and she's got no pants. And then it cuts back to the girl. She's like,
Same.
"Okay, perfect, no pants or anything, just immediate." I was like,
Yes!
that's hilarious.
And that's how it should be.
Are you shoes on or shoes off? I think we talked about this before. Shoes on or shoes off type of house.
This house,
Yeah, your
Shoes
shoes
off.
off.
always.
Yeah.
God. Why would you wear your shoes in a house?
Oh,
You wear your shoes in your
yeah, I
house?
most certainly do.
Always?
Always.
What about when you want to get in bed?
Oh, come on now.
Do
Hey,
you
now.
take them off?
Of course not.
You what? You're lying to me. You're lying. You don't wear shoes in your house.
I wear shoes. No, I do.
You wear shoes in your house?
I do. But I will say I was kind of born and raised like that because we were constantly a house of remodeling. So I grew up in a house with no floors.
Mm.
It was plywood. So if you don't wear shoes, you're getting splinters, you're snagging on a nail. And then also when my family started doing the floors, I don't know if they just ran out of the flooring or if they, got busy and had to switch up. We had half a floor. So half of our house was hardwood floors, like actual laid down
Finished.
hardwood floors, and the rest of it was just plywood. And so there was one point in the house where it would transition and there was like a bump and you could catch your toe on that or something.
yeah.
Holy frick.
Oh, yeah.
So no, we're a house of shoes. We're a
But
shoe
so
house.
what about when you sit on the couch?
Well, I mean, you're not putting your shoes on the furniture or anything.
Well, you have your feet on the couch right now.
yeah, you're not. I would not do that. No.
So you just wouldn't sit on your couch like that?
No.
Like I'm talking right now.
No, I'm saying like we're a shoes house when like, oh, I go and start my car in the winter. Okay, not winter because water and everything, but no. Okay, let's say in the summer. You run out, grab the mail, and then you walk back in. I would not take off my shoes to
Oh,
go
yeah.
and walk in. But like if I'm living my everyday life, I'm not going to put my
Okay.
shoes on to live my life. But if I'm in and out, I'm
Yeah,
not going
no.
to take on and off
Same.
my shoes.
Which my mom would probably get mad at me for. But like, yeah, like if I have to go like grab something that I forgot, yeah, I will keep my shoes on.
And
depending.
the shoes don't go on carpets either. Well, they do go on mine because I'm a scuzzball and it's my own house. And no one else is
Scuzz?
living. Yeah.
What's scuzz?
You've never heard of scuzz before? Scuzzball?
No,
Is that an Ohio thing?
probably.
I don't know. Probably. But no, like I don't wear my shoes like on top of carpets or anything other than mine, like I said, but I'm the only one living there. I would never wear my shoes. Well, I shouldn't say never because I think I have before on accident. But like at my aunt's house, they're kind of either or, depending on what type of shoes and like where you've been. Obviously, don't walk through the house with your muddy shoes. But like after we come home from church, heels and dress shoes and everything. No, we'll walk through the house and go up to our rooms and whatever to change.
Okay.
But I would not wear my shoes, no matter what they were, onto my aunt's carpets
Right.
in her living room. Hardwood floors, kitchen, and everything. It's like kind of whatever. But
I
why
don't.
are we talking so elaborately about
I don't
this?
know, and I also don't know how to walk in heels. I always feel like an idiot.
That is definitely something I feel like if you don't know how to do it, don't bother. Because you look
I
more
always
stupid.
bother.
Yeah.
I feel stupid, and then I look at myself, and I'm like, I think I'm okay, but I feel clunky.
No, if you are someone who, if you're wearing heels and you step down with your full foot,
Yeah, you
And,
kind of
like,
have to
horse
like go
stomp.
toe.
no, you go heel toe. If you're not able to heel toe in heels, don't wear heels.
I just do toe.
No, then don't bother with heels because you look like a clod hopping horse just smacking, stomping down.
I'm okay.
That's not like a personal thing to you. That's anybody. Like anybody that I see that they obviously, because it looks like your shoes are too big for your feet, and so you have to like hobble,
That might also be the issue.
and it completely destroys the effect of what heels are supposed to do. So no, if you can't heel toe it, then don't bother.
I need to go to like a, what do they call it? When you go to like a class and you learn how to like walk.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Like an not,
Baby boot camp?
no, like but it's for like, what's the word?
Strut, modeling. I don't know.
No, it's not modeling. It's just like how to be a woman 101, how to be graceful, how to like walk in heels. Etiquette.
Etiquette class?
That's it.
Oh.
I need to do that.
I didn't know that was like an actual thing here.
Yeah, I keep seeing it on TikTok.
Yeah. TikTok's on the chopping block.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
I deleted
chopping block?
Facebook. I shouldn't say deleted. I canceled out as much of Facebook as I possibly could without deleting my account because I still get on there for like Facebook Marketplace. I follow hockey pages and
Yeah.
my fandom pages. But people, I deleted all people.
Really?
I have 0 friends on there. I deleted every friend. I'm trying to minimize as much as possible. So I got rid of Facebook as much as possible. Instagram I already filtered out. Other than people that I'm actually interested in their lives, I filtered that down. And now TikTok's on the chopping block. I think just because it's around the holidays, I'm real freaking sick of TikTok shoving
Yeah.
all this garbage down my throat. I want to watch the stupid videos. I want to mind melt myself. I don't want to keep having to duck and dodge and dive away from buy this, buy that. I'm like, again, it's just the holidays and everything, but like I'm annoyed.
No, I feel like it's always there's always a holiday or there's always some reason that you gotta buy something. Yeah, last night I was scrolling on TikTok and I was like, I don't know, like do you ever like go past a video and you're like, wait, what was that? Well, I went to go back to the last video. It turns out I had skipped 4 in a row ads between the two and like didn't even realize it.
Wow.
I was like, wait, what? And I was like, where?
Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
It's getting really bad. And I'm gonna give it until after Christmas. Hopefully give it like maybe a month after Christmas. And if it doesn't go back to normal with mostly just videos rather than all these god awful ads and everything. No, what I'm getting annoyed with, I don't know if it's just on Reels on Facebook or something. Also Reels. Every time I come across Reels, I delete it. I like X out of it, and it's temporarily like snoozed or whatever. I'm like, no, I'm gonna keep deleting Reels off of it because I'm like, if I'm gonna watch these kind of videos, I'm gonna go to TikTok and do it.
Yeah.
I don't, because even if I really like a video on Facebook or something, it doesn't go anywhere. It doesn't do anything because I don't go on Facebook to like, when you like or save a video,
Mm-hmm.
you can scroll back through on TikTok and like look at your liked videos.
Yeah.
You can't do that on Facebook.
Oh, there's no way to like save something?
I don't know. I haven't tried. I don't know where it saves it or whatever, but I don't
Weird.
do it on Facebook. So I'm like, I'm not going to waste my time watching videos that I potentially can't save.
Right.
It's just, I don't know. It's just the way I go about it. But either way, Yeah, I'll give TikTok like a month after the holidays, and if they don't stop shoving crap down my throat, I'm done. You know, I have to watch 42 freaking ads and buy this to find one funny video that I wanted. Nah,
Yeah.
I'm done. Freaking Robert Irwin, dude. What the frick?
Oh my god.
What was that? A thirst trap from Robert Irwin, and I was like, hello.
Wait, did he post that?
I don't know. No, someone like did a collection of
He's only
photos of him.
21.
Sir, he's doing good. He's doing good.
Oh, he's doing great. Good for him.
Yeah, that was it. And he's blonde. I'm not into blondes at all. And I was like, this is a good blonde.
Rare
Oh my God.
blonde adult moment.
Yeah.
He has blonde hair.
What?
I'm saying adults
it's
usually grow out of being blonde. We've talked about
He's
this.
still a youngin' though. You just said he's like 21.
I feel like, well, this is probably about when it would start to happen, I think. If it was gonna.
Start shifting.
He's blonde.
He's pretty blonde. Yeah. He's like, but he's like a dirty blonde.
Yeah.
Like me.
He's
He's a bit blonde.
he has good genes.
That he does.
No offense, but Steve Irwin, not the cutest to me.
He had such golden retriever energy
Yeah.
that didn't really matter what he looked like.
Right.
You loved him. He's
Right.
a cutie pie.
Right. But I'm saying physically,
Yeah.
Robert is of a different breed.
Depends on the angle, depends on the picture.
I think they look nothing alike.
Really, I think they look a lot alike.
I don't.
I think Robert's just got softer features.
Yeah.
Like obviously younger, softer features. He's still a little bit like the baby round face. That's why I say like certain pictures. The pictures like the TikTok that I sent you of the pictures, those were like good angles that really matured him in a way that was like,
No, he did look a lot older in those
Yeah.
pictures.
but usually when I'm like watching a video of him doing whatever, he has like a baby round face.
Yeah. Do you remember when Steve Irwin died?
I do.
I remember it.
Yeah.
I was probably like 4.
Yeah, I was obviously older than that, but no, I remember it. I remember it just being like, I didn't watch his show or whatever it was that
I did.
I didn't actively watch it, but you just, it got around. He's just a good soul.
Yeah.
So I was like really devastated when he died. No, I still remember the day I found out I remember exactly where I was standing when I found out that Heath Ledger died. I'm still gutted about that. That one still hurts. Didn't know the man, but he was a good dude.
Where were you?
I was standing in the living room in front of the couch with my mom. I was talking to her. Obviously, nobody knows where my living room is, but I remember exactly the spot in my living room where I was standing. And I was scrolling through my phone, and I saw that. And I looked at my mom, and I'm like, oh, my God. And we both just, like, A Knight's Tale is, like, one of my favorite movies of all time.
Yeah.
And I was kind of, like, born and raised on that kind of thing. So it was, like, it hurt. That one hurt. What other celebrity, what other things hurt?
Well, I was in Kinney Drugs with my mom when I found out that Steve Irwin died because I saw like a magazine on display and I was like, hey, what? And she was like, oh, yeah. And I was just remember thinking like, does that mean I can't watch him on TV anymore? Because I was
like all of his
I was really worried about that.
They died with him.
I didn't know anything worked. I was like, wait, does that mean?
I didn't know how TV worked. I really genuinely thought that people sacrificed themselves to the Jaws. I really thought I was like, who would sign up to die? I thought it was real.
My sister thought that every TV show was live and that during commercials, the actors were taking a break.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
That is hilarious. Kids are so stupid.
My sister also asked if people back in the day could paint their rooms because everything was black and white.
Hey, did you know the set of The Addams Family was actually pink?
No.
Yeah, pink. All the different shades of pink and everything translated better to the black and white screen. And so, yeah, it was pink.
I have been seeing like makeup. They were like, instead of like red lipstick, it was like green because it would seem red. That's cool.
Well, they would have to do like the contrasting colors, I think.
Yeah.
I think that's how it worked because like your face and your lips are already red. And so if you put red on, it would just blend and wash out with the black and white. So they'd have to contrast it. That's so cool to me. That's
really cool. I love like the Wizard of Oz just because like of it being the first color.
That's I actually just saw a thing with all the Wicked news and everything coming out. The yeah, Yeah. No, that's the other thing. It's all TikTok shop or Wicked.
I'm so sick of seeing their faces. Oh my god.
Yeah. A friend of mine texted me and she said that she went to see it and she said it was really amazing.
I'm sure
really,
it is.
really good.
I have no interest in seeing it.
The PR
Yeah.
for them has completely killed any interest. I have no interest in watching a movie with those two in it.
Well, I feel like something satanic happened or something happened because why are they acting the way they're acting?
I don't know enough about them and their like personal lives to. Well, the way Ariana Grande is, people are always like, what's the personality change? I feel like she's always been the type of person that adopts the characteristics of people who she spends a lot of time with. And considering how much time she's spending around Cynthia Erivo, I think she's, I don't know if it's called something. I do it too.
Like code switching, but like mega code switching.
Yeah. I do that with voices and accents and everything. I will accidentally start adopting whatever accent I'm listening
I'm
to.
doing it right now because I've been watching these guys play The Sims. These two guys play The Sims, and one of their girlfriends plays with them, and I don't know what the accent is, but it's when you say like house or like out.
It's Minnesota.
Is it Minnesota?
No, I have no idea. Brooklyn? I
It's
don't know.
stuck in my head. And when I first started hearing it, I was like, I hate that. I can't stand that. I was like, she's faking it. And now I can't stop doing it.
Yeah, I'll adopt other people's slang terms and stuff. What was that one podcast I was listening to with the British guys? I haven't watched it in a really long time, so I mentioned on here how some of the terms that I really loved that they used some terms. But no, I'll do that. And so I think that's just kind of what is going on with her maybe. And then also people are like, why is she talking so high when she actually has a deep voice? That's a vocal thing. That she has to do that for the fact that she's live singing. That's to protect her vocals. So I don't care about all that kind of stuff. I will say though, they don't look healthy.
No, that's what I'm saying. And everybody is like, okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for what I'm about to say. But they don't look healthy, and everybody is going to say, like, no, but they've said that they are healthy, and they've said that this is their healthiest, well, especially Ariana Grande. I don't know about.
Yeah, she straight up said, she's like, actually, this is my
healthiest body. And then someone in the comment section said, people who have eating disorders will not admit that. They will say what she's saying. Mm-hmm. I don't know what happened to them, but I keep seeing, like, before and after pictures, and someone called it, like, the Ozempic Olympics or something. I don't know what happened, but they don't seem well. Mm-mm. Have you seen that video of them in an interview and they're both just swaying like a little bit?
No, I haven't.
Oh my god.
No, they don't look healthy at all.
And someone was like, guys, have you never seen a theater kid after a big show? Like, this is just how they act. I'm like, I don't know. I feel like they're on drugs.
Well, I saw some article that Ariana Grande like passed out at some point. Like she kept passing out because she refused to eat during filming or something. I don't know if it's true, but no, she does not look well.
I keep seeing pictures of her in like dresses. You can see like her what do you call this, sternum?
Yeah.
You can see like the ripples of her sternum, and I'm like,
yeah, no,
huh?
That's not.
Have you seen that meme though about the holding space for Defying Gravity lyrics? Have you seen that?
I still don't get it.
No, that's the point.
Cynthia Erivo absolutely went bonkers about it. She's like for 5 minutes, she's like, I can't believe that. Oh my god, and she's like, what does that even mean? Please explain.
That video makes me cringe.
Holding space? What does that mean?
I don't.
Yeah.
People holding space. She's like.
And then she freaks out about it. I'm like, do you even know what that means?
Was happening.
I didn't know that was happening. Oh my god. Oh my. And then she's like ready to cry. And then Ariana Grande, she's like,
they're always crying too.
I'm like, it's not.
Ariana Grande grabs one finger of hers.
Yeah. I don't know. Like I said, the PR of it all has just completely, because I don't know why, but I've seen so much more of them rather than
I don't even know who else is in the movie,
hyping up the movie and everything, that it has completely dismantled any ability for me to immerse myself in the world. All I see is Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo dressed up. I don't see Glinda and Elphaba. I'm not in the world of Oz. I'm on a stage production with these two people.
Yeah.
So I'm like, do I even want to bother seeing the first? It's a first part thing. It's not even the full movie.
What?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
No.
Yeah, it's a 2-parter. The next part.
Oh my
comes
god!
out next year.
And I already think the movies are too long. What?
Yeah, they did it like the Broadway play because after the big Defying Gravity scene, that's when it cuts and it's intermission during the Broadway play. They did that in this.
Oh my god!
The end of the first movie is the big monumental Defying Gravity cut and to be continued. And I'm like, I don't. This is the thing. I don't hold my interest long enough to be able to care. I'll see this. Maybe it's good, but I'm like, I'm not gonna care when the next part comes out.
Well, this just to me feels like similar to like a live action thing where I'm like, I've already seen the original thing.
Yeah, I've already seen the Broadway play on Broadway. I'm like, I think I'm good.
I'm like, I'm okay.
Yeah. I do like Jonathan Bailey, so I would like to see him in it.
Who is that?
He plays Bridgerton. He's in Bridgerton.
Oh.
He's in a couple other things that I have not seen him in. I haven't actually seen him in anything other than Bridgerton, but I just really like his demeanor and everything. He's just in interviews or clips of interviews. I never actually watched a full one, but he just has like a good fun energy and everything. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know. My aunt really wants to go see it, so if she reaches out and she wants to go see it, I'll go with her. But other than that, I don't intend to make plans. But
I feel like I'm so good on that. I'm so good.
I really just no movies, no television shows have caught my interest. I still haven't watched the rest of the Outer Banks. Outer Banks is one of the only shows that I have.
I think it's so funny that you like Outer Banks. I would never assume that you would.
I know. It is exactly the type of show that I despise, but I love it. I do. It's so ridiculous that I can't help but love it. It's so fun to make fun of. But I had the ending spoiled for me, and I don't really know if I want to watch it.
Oh, no. My sister and her friends, every time the new season comes out, they stay up all night, like at midnight, and just watch the whole thing.
I binged the first part of this last season on my birthday. Didn't know it was a 2-parter. It came out like a few days later or whatever, so it wasn't a big deal. But I binged like the first part of this last season on my birthday. It left on a cliffhanger. I was like, okay. Well, then the last part of the season came out, and I didn't get to it before it was spoiled for me. So I was like, I'm not a fan of that ending, so I don't know if I want to bother watching it until the next season comes out. And the thing is, like I said, I haven't watched it, so I don't know exactly how it went down. But it is a crazy enough, ridiculous enough show that they could fix it in the next season. And I kind of don't want to bother with this season until they fix it in the next one. If they don't fix it in the next one, then I'm done. I'm gonna have to spoil the next season for myself. But I'm like, unless they fix it, I'm not bothering.
I've never seen a single second of it.
The first season was good because it kind of was reasonable, at least for the first few episodes. And then as soon as it got unreasonable, they just went all out with unreasonable. Mm-hmm. And they just decided to have as much ridiculous fun with it as possible. None of it's plausible. Everything is exaggerated and ridiculous and absolutely just
I don't
stupid.
like that.
I love it. It's so much fun.
I like when things are realistic.
It's realistic in an unrealistic way. I don't know.
Oh my god. I recently watched this movie with Eric. We were just like, I don't know what to watch, and we're just like scrolling on Netflix and we picked something. It's like a horror kind of like mostly thriller. I think it's called Don't Move.
Oh yeah,
have you seen it?
I've seen like an in passing clip of it or whatever.
Dude. Okay, I like hate. Don't you hate when you're watching like a horror or a thriller and you're like mad at the characters because they're being stupid?
Yeah.
There was finally like the most reasonable character I've ever seen. Oh my god, can I like spoil it a little bit?
Yeah, I ain't gonna watch it. So go ahead.
Okay, so it's about spoiler. This girl is like, I don't remember how it opens. She's probably on a run or something dumb. Oh no, I remember. She was gonna kill herself. She went on a hike. She went on a hike up to like a mountain and like was gonna jump and
pause. I need to clarify. I wasn't laughing at the fact that someone was gonna kill themselves, but just like the drastic difference between she was on a run. Wait, no, she was gonna kill herself.
No, she was on a hike though, but it was to kill herself. And then some guy happens to be at the top of the cliff with her, and he like talks off the cliff literally. And then they run into each other, and he, of course, is the bad guy. And he's also the bad guy in a lot of American Horror Story seasons. And I don't remember what his name is, but he's really good. Anyway, Peter is his first name, like his real name.
I don't know.
Peter.
Does he have curly hair?
No. He's creepy as all heck, and he's got like just dark brown hair. It's,
Okay,
like,
whatever.
straight.
Continue.
So he kidnaps her. He's got her in the car, and he like injects her with some like paralyzing drug. So the whole movie, he's just kind of like figuring out what to do with her, driving her around, and she obviously can't move. Well, anyway, she escapes him before like the paralyzing agent like has like
Taking effect.
She runs off, and she ends up in this guy's yard, and he's like mowing his lawn, and he stops and he sees her, and he picks her up and he brings her to the house, and he like figures out that she can't move, and so he calls the police, and he's just like waiting around for the police, and then the guy shows up to the house to find her. He figured out that she would be there, and he's like, oh, my wife, like, we're fighting, and she does this thing where she acts like she can't move, and da-da, and the guy was like, I'm gonna have to ask you to like wait outside. And like he was just so reasonable, and the guy, like, you think that he has tricked him, but he actually hasn't. Like, the old man was with it, and he fights him, and yeah, he was just like calling the police, and he like did not trust this guy at all, and like was asking him all the right questions, and even like lied on her behalf to like cover for her. Like, he was like, oh, she's out in the shed, but she was really like behind the couch. He was so good.
Yeah.
And it was like almost like, oh, he's actually gonna save the day right now, but
Yeah.
then he ends up burning alive. So
Oh, nice.
poor old man, but he put up such a fight. A, called the police. B, he was very rational. He was very good.
Of course, of
love
course
that
he
old
has to
man.
die. Well, that's the book I'm
Yeah.
reading right now. It has the potential to turn bad, but what I've read so far is like the first time I've ever seen somebody be like think through the moment,
Mm-hmm.
because fantasy, of course, they're fated mates, whatever. They're living their best life together, or they're trying to. Life is basically imploding, but they love each other and they're supporting each other and they'll do anything for each other, whatever. Well, of course, life comes into the mix, and evil person comes, and the evil guy throws out this one line, oh, thank you, son, for telling me where I need to find her, basically making it seem like, dude threw her under the bus.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, she's like shocked and like, what do you mean he betrayed me? Like, what? And then 5 seconds later, she stops and she thinks, wait a second, that doesn't make any sense. I know him. He's not going to do that to me. There's some misunderstanding. I got it. But of course, life makes it impossible for them to talk to each other because he's dead and she's like, has to go save him, blah, blah, blah. So I was like, for the first time ever, the girl stops and like rationalizes, like, no, that doesn't actually make sense. I'll hear it from him before I'm going to get an explanation. I'm like, thank you for not completely falling off the deep end. Oh my God, he betrayed me and I'm going to destroy everything.
Right.
That's most of the books that I read, and it infuriates me. So I'm like, oh, this is such a relief. But now, additionally, now they're separated at the moment, and he wakes up to find her gone, and he's like, where'd she go? He has no idea what's going on right now. And then some other chick is being a total hoe bag, and she's trying to convince this guy, oh yeah, your mate left you. She's the one who killed you. It's this whole thing. But trying to convince him that she's no good.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, nah, that don't make sense.
Right.
And I'm like, thank you guys for being somewhat rational in all of this nonsense rather than following the exact same trope that I've read 10,000 times.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Good
Throwback.
stuff.
Good
We haven't said
stuff.
good stuff in a while.
But yeah, no, I'm pretty sick of like all the normal tropes and the third act breakup and everything. That's like, oh my God, please stop.
I still haven't watched that I say new. I think it's like 2 years old now, that After movie.
Oh
After
yeah,
We
the one
whatever.
the one you wanted me to watch with you or something?
No one will watch it with me.
I will if you give me permission to make fun of it.
No, that's what I do.
Okay.
I'm not watching it for serious.
Okay.
I'm laughing at them the whole time.
Do you have all of? Isn't there like
I think
4
they're on
of them now?
Netflix. I think they're on Netflix.
Are they?
There is like 4 or 5.
All right. Yeah, I'll watch them with you.
I need to rewatch all of them.
I have to come here to do it because I don't got TV.
Yes. Yeah, I need to rewatch.
Let's schedule our movie dates. Let's
Okay.
do that. I'll do it.
Well, we don't have to do it all in one
No,
sitting.
I said
God.
dates. I said dates.
Yeah.
Movie dates.
Well, they're so confusing because I think that these actors do not want to be in these movies because they cannot keep an actor. So they're just replacing people.
Oh, that's so annoying.
And I'm like, who is that?
That's annoying.
But I don't watch them for. I don't think. Does anybody watch them for serious? Probably people do.
Guilty pleasure type of thing.
I watch them for funnies.
For the funnies. Okay.
I think it's funny. Oh, speaking of funny, I have a new favorite board game, if you want to call it a card game.
Uh-huh.
It's called The Chameleon. Have I talked about this before?
Maybe. I don't know. I don't remember.
I just started playing it with my friends. It's called The Chameleon.
You have friends?
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
And cousins. Who
You
I
have
also
actually
played it
more
with.
friends than I do, so I should be teasing
That's
you.
not true.
4. I have a grand total of 4.
I probably have 4.
All right. We're both losers.
Well, if you're in the mix, it might be 5.
Yeah, you got me beat.
I also have Eric. I wasn't counting him. He's not my friend.
He's not my friend.
Anyway. Okay, if you are a person who has a friend group or a family group who likes to like yell at each other, get this game. It's so much fun. We were screaming, we were laughing. People were yelling so hard that they were actually farting. It's so much fun. I brought it to my cousins for Thanksgiving and it was fun, but not as much fun as it was with my friends because my friends are more hostile. But it's a great time. Get this game. I love it so much.
I got my family are card players.
Mhm.
Not so much board games and stuff, but we are card players. Euchre is the big holiday. Speaking of holidays, we'll talk about that. Euchre is the big one, but that's a very, very time consuming and very serious game.
Oh.
That's something that I feel like, I mean, people put money on it. Not really
Yeah.
my family, but it's a kind of more of a serious game. But I got my family hooked on 10s and 2s. So we played lots around at 10s and 2s this Thanksgiving. But speaking of, how was your Thanksgiving?
It was good. It was super chill. Oh, also now I'm addicted to chestnuts. Oh my god.
Huh.
Roasted chestnuts.
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire.
I didn't think I didn't like them for a long time, and then I had one on Thanksgiving and I was like, uh-oh. And my aunt was like, take all of them because they give me crazy gas. Yeah, they did give me crazy gas.
I
But
don't think I hit a single note.
chestnuts roasting.
Is that
Have you
how
seen
it
that
goes?
guy
I don't
on
remember.
TikTok that's like, chestnuts roasting?
Putting
He's-
an R in
Yes!
everything. Yeah. That's
My
hilarious.
sister and I love him every
great.
year. But it was very good. It was, and then my friends and I did like a Friendsgiving
Okay.
thing, but there was actually no Thanksgiving food.
What?
We all just brought what we felt like bringing.
Like kind of like a potluck,
Yeah,
but
and
not Thanksgiving.
we also
themed.
didn't coordinate it, and so like 4 people brought dessert.
I
out
mean,
of,
do you
like,
need anything
6.
else? You don't really need anything else.
No, true.
No, that's good.
How was
to hear.
yours?
It was good.
Yeah, well, you're in Ohio, so it can only be so good.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna talk strictly on Thanksgiving Day. Thanksgiving Day was wonderful. My whole family, other than one cousin, his wife and kid, were there. So there was like 24 people or something.
Wow.
And then three additional people showed up later on. So no, we had a pretty packed house. But no, it was wonderful. It was a very good time.
Whose house was it at?
My aunt's.
Oh.
She has like more of an open concept and everything.
That's
And
nice.
It was cool. We had 2 big tables set up next to each other, and so everyone was just kind of mix and mingling on everything. It was fun.
That's fun.
Lots of different games going on. I got to play Blockus. Dominated at that. I won
What's
that.
Blockus?
Blockus is a board game where you have a bunch of like plastic shaped pieces, kind of like a Tetris shapes.
Okay.
But on the board, you connect your pieces by the corners only. You can't face your
Yeah.
pieces together, so only by the corners. And you just you have to move around other people's pieces, and you have to strategize to kind of get yourself branched out enough to keep going. And then whoever gets most of their pieces put down wins. And then at the end of the game, to win, each of your shapes and everything has like individual squares to make them up. Whoever has the least amount of little squares wins. So me and my cousin's husband were the last 2 ones in. The other 2 got bumped out real quick. We surrounded them, like we were strategizing so well. So me and this guy, we had control of the board. And then once you run out of spaces to put, then you count up your pieces. He had 4 squares left and I had 3. So I was like, yes! I'm
Nice.
entirely too competitive. And then we're playing 10s and 2s. And I'm like death threatening people.
Dude, I love that game.
Yeah. So that's the one I got them all hooked on. And then my family is big into Pit as well. That's one that you lose your voice. We've talked about this one before. I know we have. Pit is like a matching card game, but you match your cards by trading with other people.
Oh. Oh.
So if I had, because there's like wheat, barley, corn,
Oh,
rice,
yeah, yeah,
all those
yeah.
kind
We
of
talked
things.
about this.
Yeah. So if I needed to trade away 2 rice to get,
Mhm.
2 corn, I would just shout 2, 2, 2, 2. Trade with someone else who's trading 2 cards as well.
Mm.
Hope they match, and you're just
Oh, that
screaming
sounds
over each other.
fun.
You're fighting over things. Like
Yeah.
it is so much fun. We love that one.
Have you ever played Kemps? It's kind of like Spoons, and it's kind of like
Spoons. Oh my god, I love
I
spoons.
love Spoons. But it's like you're trying to collect 4 of the same card. Once you have 4, you have to make some sort of secret signal to your partner.
Yes, I do remember.
And
this
then
game.
the other team is hopefully going to catch that signal and call it out before your partner does.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I am so bad at that game, but I love watching people play it because I never know when the signal's happening.
Yeah.
But
No,
when we were kids, like we would go off into another room and be like, okay, when I like blink twice, like, but then I watched some people play it the other day and like they didn't even talk about it. They just like mental waves.
Oh my gosh, I love that. No, I do remember the game. It's been a hot minute since I played that one. We liked that one a lot.
Yeah, that's a fun
I might
one.
have to bring that one back up to the fam on Christmas.
I'm so bad at it. I love Spoons. though.
I'm pretty bad at it too because I've always made the sign too obvious.
Yeah.
What I think is subtle is so obvious to other people, and so I've never been very good at it.
Yeah.
No, it figures that as soon as I finally nail euchre and figure out how to play it is when my family moves on. It starts like
Mhm.
10s and 2s. I'm like, come on, guys, I need to
Mhm.
refresh on euchre. But no, it was a very good day. Yeah. My bad.
Do you know how to play
My bad.
pitch? I don't know how to play pitch.
I think I've heard of it. I feel like that's another name of the same game that I know
Hmm.
of, and you're just calling it something I don't know.
Probably.
How do you play?
I don't know.
Oh,
Everybody in my life knows how to play it, and my mom is on a league. I have tried to learn. I don't get it, and I don't like it.
yeah. If it's not something that's like pretty straightforward, same with like video games. If it's not 2 buttons, jump and duck, I don't want to play it. If I gotta think too much about it, I don't want
Yeah.
to play it. I play games to kind of
Yeah, to
mundane.
not think.
Yeah, it's kind of a mind wipe thing. I don't want to think too hard about it. No, the only game that I like to play that requires any type of thinking or strategy is Exploding Kittens.
I have no. Do I have like exploding dinosaurs or something? What do I have? I don't know.
I love Exploding Kittens. I don't get to play it as much as I like to. We got to get, because that's more fun with like a whole group of people.
Mm-hmm.
So to get a whole group of people is like pulling teeth,
Yeah.
No, that's one I really like. That one is like something you got to think through. You got to take your time with and be like, okay, if I do this now, then this might happen. So I should wait till So that's the only one I actually like to have to think about, just because the card
Yeah.
is they're fun and ridiculous, and it's just
Have I told you about the Mind, the card game? Well, it's not a deck of cards. It's cards, but it's like a board game. The Mind.
I have.
It's cards and they're numbered 1 through 100. So you have to, without saying a word, without making any signals, you have to lay your cards out in the order. You know
So
what
you
I
have
mean?
to think I probably have the lowest out of all of these.
Yep.
And yep.
Oh my, that
That's hard.
causes screaming matches, but that game is so fun.
We had to do that in my acting, my drama class that I took in college. We had to do that, but verbally. We would have to close our eyes and just, one at a time, who's going to say the next number.
Yeah.
And if you say it at the same time, then you have to restart.
Mm.
It was really hard because sometimes, people would go 1, 2, and then wait
Right.
forever and 3, 4, 5.
Oh, that's funny.
Try to like race to get to the next number and everything.
That's fun.
It was really frustrating because we had to he
Yeah.
made us do it over and over until we got to a certain number, and it was frustrating.
Yeah. I loved like camp songs.
Camptown ladies sing that song, doo dah, doo dah.
Like I love like Reese's Peanut Butter Cup. We sing this song.
My
to pump us
crocodilio
up.
goes croc croc.
I
dances to the rhythm of
love,
wiki, tiki, tiki,
I
tiki.
love that stuff. I don't know why I
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah,
It's
I
so
think
fun.
so too. Down by the banks of the hanky panky where the bullfrogs jump from bank to bank, saying oops, 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 tilly willy ding dong. Anyway,
Dude, there's so many different versions
there's
of
so
that.
many. Yeah, there are.
You know, my cousins and I, every time we're together, so I live with my cousins during COVID, and one night we were just like so probably bored. We just were on like YouTube on the TV and we were watching like old Sesame Street stuff. And there's this one where they do a song and they're like all clapping hands. And we do it every single time we are leaving. We have to do.
You're doing some little flappy motion, and I don't.
Well, I'm clapping hands with the people next to me. We do it every time.
That's fun.
It's so
That's
dumb.
cute. Yeah. No, I remember when we were in show choir, me and my friend Amy, we were obsessed with Tobuscus, the bad lip reading.
Dude, we used to love bad lip readings.
We had the Harry Potter one. we had that thing down, and before we went on
Just
stage,
reciting it.
both of us would just real quick like recite it, like on hyper speed.
Yo.
Introductory
I used to
helicopter
love bad
nature
readings.
shot. Bad guy.
Oh yeah,
safe
you
distance.
showed that to me.
Introductory helicopter nature shot. Bad guy at an close distance. Turn, careful, Harry. He doesn't have a nose. We did the entire thing every
I think you
show.
told this to me. Dude, we used to love the like bad lip readings of like High School Musical and like Hunger Games. Oh, I saw the Hunger Games for the first time the other day.
What?
I'd never seen it.
Is it not amazing?
It was good.
It's amazing. Wait, did you see the other ones?
No, I just saw the first one.
Dude, I will say those were. Well, I will say I was pretty disappointed in Mockingjay, not just the movies, but like the book itself, because of the way it was written. It made it seem like she rushed it, and it was just like, oh, this scene is becoming too complicated. Let's just end it. That kind of disappointed me, but I will say overall, those were some of the most satisfying movie book adaptations.
Oh, good.
I think they really held true to the overall essence. I mean, obviously they did change some pretty monumental details, but not ones that were so crucial to the storyline.
Mm-hmm.
Details, yeah, if you want to talk about like the character development and like the actual trauma and stuff. Because I will tell you, I'll spoil it for you.
No.
Are you going to read the books?
I'm going to watch the movies.
No, it doesn't. You'll never see it in the
doesn't have
movies.
All right.
It's a detail in the book is that, so you saw the first one.
Yeah.
PETA's leg injury that he got.
The burn? Or no, she got the burn. What happened to him? He just like got sliced.
Got sliced by whatever.
Yeah.
There was actually more that happened to him. He got like mangled by one of the mutts and everything at one point. He lost his leg.
Whoa.
He had a prosthetic.
How did he live?
Well, they tourniquet it in the book.
Ew.
They tourniquet his leg because at one point, so he got sliced. That was what caused the infection. That's why he was sick. Why he needed the medicine, all that stuff.
Yeah.
But so he healed enough for him to get through the rest of the games.
Mm.
And then while they were like running toward the cornucopia and the whole thing with Cato, the mutts that were after him,
Yeah.
if I remember it correctly, someone correct me if I'm wrong, but at one point the mutt like grabbed his leg and tore it to shreds basically. And so Katniss had to use, I forget what it was, but she had to tourniquet his leg or he was going to bleed out. And so there they are, they're stuck on top of this metal cornucopia. And when Cato was like getting attacked by the mutts and he was down there, it didn't last the few minutes that it showed in the movie. It was like a full day, a full night. The night was like wicked cold. So Peeta and Katniss are freezing.
He lived through that, Peeta?
He lived through all of it. But then towards the end, I forget, like when the Capitol rescinded the offer of them both living, like Peeta was like willing to sacrifice himself. He started untying the tourniquet. He's basically like, I'll just bleed out. I know you don't want to kill me, Katniss, so I'll just bleed out. And she's like, no. So it was way more dramatic and traumatizing than what the movie does portray. He does lose his leg, so just know going into the next movie, he has to do everything that he does in the next one. He's supposed to be doing it with a prosthetic leg.
What the heck? How did they leave that out?
I think they left it out, one, because of filming. I think it would probably be way more expensive, way more difficult, way more time consuming to film something like that.
Yeah.
So I think just on a practical level, it was hard to implement. But then also, it doesn't affect the plot enough to, I mean, it certainly did in the books. There were like a few little scenes and stuff that were like the prosthetic leg and him struggling with it. Like it did impact it, but it wasn't affecting the plot enough to absolutely need it. It's good to read the books though, because you really do get a more thorough understanding of the trauma that these people are going through. This is I will say, like, there's no possible way for a movie to thoroughly encapsulate the horrendous trauma of all of this. It was those are books you totally need to read because it's messed up. And the thing that kills me is the author, Suzanne Collins. She wrote probably the pinnacle dystopian government versus people book I've ever read after she wrote Little Bear, the children's series Little Bear.
Oh my God.
She was a writer of that. And I'm like, the difference. Oh my gosh.
The duality.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, I'm obsessed with the Hunger Games. Like, I just have yet to read Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, but I did watch the movie. I loved the movie. And that's why it's so hard for me because I'm really starting to despise Rachel Zegler or whatever. Mm-hmm. She did a fantastic job in that movie. She was superb. But she's really shooting herself in the foot as far as her career goes. Like, she's just doing everything possible to just not want to be an actor anymore.
Why?
I don't know, man. I just feel like when you're in a position, it's like know your place. You're an
Right.
actor. You're not a politician. You're an actor. You're supposed to be a champion for whatever you're in, not dissing it.
Right.
And
I know
she
we talked about
actively
this
goes
when
against
like
all
the
this. Yeah.
Snow White movie came out.
Yeah.
But yeah.
You're supposed to be a champion for it, and you're just dismantling the whole thing. Like, what?
Like then don't be in the movie then. It's so
Yeah.
weird because like when I was in high school, a video of her like came on my Instagram feed of just like her singing, and she's like holding a microphone, she's singing, she's like, everybody, and she turns the camera to the audience and it's just an empty auditorium, like she was just practicing or whatever. And I was like, oh, this girl's awesome, like she's so good at singing. And I followed her on Twitter. That was back in like, I don't even know when, 2017.
Okay. I never heard of her until just recently. So
No,
I
but
don't know.
yeah,
Her singing voice truly is
it's
like
so good.
I'm talking like Leah Michelle type of, and of course I can't stand Leah Michelle either.
Who?
But no, I really like the whole Romeo and Juliet that whole thing. Oh my god, I did absolutely love that. I did watch that one all the time. No, I don't know. I just feel like know your place kind of thing, which is so hypocritical of me to say. I am fully aware of that, folks. I'm not a politician, and yet I'll never shut up about politics.
We have a podcast.
I don't know any kind of celebrities, and yet I'm the first one to diss them and just like, shut up. Like, shut up. You know nothing.
Nah, I agree with you though.
What else you got? There was, I forgot to take notes of things that I wanted to talk about.
I think
forget.
I have found my underground band, unknown band.
Don't say it.
To be. I'm not going to say who it is.
Actually, it doesn't matter. I don't think the one person
don't
that
think-
listens, I don't think it's going to be a big deal.
I'll say who it is. Don't listen to them. You can listen to them. They're called Last Dinosaurs. Love them. Good music. I don't know if they're the one so far, but I have a good feeling.
I got a feeling. Ooh, ooh.
I love that song.
I don't know if it's my ear or if it's these headphones, but when I put the headphone in my ear, it like plugs it rather than being able to hear. I can't hear anything out of these things.
You gotta get like a little bit of airflow in between.
Yeah, I think I'm putting it too far down.
Yeah.
And it just plugs it
Did you
rather
not clean your ears this morning?
well, the problem is because I didn't wash my hair.
Oh.
I didn't wash my hair, so not enough water, I think, got like in my ears to feel it. Because that's what we were talking about before. Like, you can
Yes.
feel the water drying in your ears, and so I always have to clean it. Well, that didn't happen this morning, so I
So
think
you
I
didn't
forgot
clean
to.
'em.
I think I forgot to clean out my ears.
That's okay.
Which is weird because it should be like a muscle memory routine, and I literally cannot remember if I did or not.
I almost didn't brush my teeth, but I did.
Yeah. No, that's another thing that I have to actively remind myself to do. You'd think it'd be muscle memory, but it's not. It's not.
No, there have been a couple days where I leave the house and I'm like, did I brush my teeth?
Yeah.
I almost didn't this morning because I always do it before I wash my face, but I was like, I'm gonna switch it up and wash my face first, and then of course
Wait, what?
I brush my teeth before I wash my face.
Do you brush your teeth before or after you eat breakfast?
I don't really eat breakfast.
Okay.
So before.
Okay.
But the next time I eat is like 4 hours after that. So
Yeah. People who brush their teeth before breakfast,
no.
psychopath.
I don't want to eat right after I brush my teeth.
You want at least like a little time to enjoy the clean. You eat right after you've dismantled it all.
I just feel like the taste would be weird.
Yeah.
I also don't want to drink water after I brush my teeth. I just don't want to swallow any, but you know.
Do you like eggnog?
No.
You
like it?
I'm obsessed with eggnog.
I was offered eggnog on Thanksgiving. I did not have it.
I'm sorry, I interrupted.
Go
you.
ahead. Please.
No, what were you saying?
I was going to say that my aunt made me try chocolate milk, but it was mint chocolate milk, and I did not like that. I felt like I was brushing my teeth.
Oh yeah,
Go ahead.
I don't think I like that either. I like mint, like Andy's mint.
No, I love mint chocolate.
Yeah, but not
Whatever.
milk.
But the milk component with mint,
yeah, no,
weird.
that's not okay. No, I was just gonna say that I love eggnog enough. Like, I don't think my family knew about it,
Mm-hmm.
but my mom didn't buy eggnog for Thanksgiving. And so when I went to my grandma's house, I was like, do you have eggnog? And she's like, you like that? I'm like, I love that. So now it got around to my family that I love eggnog. Not love it. I'm obsessed with it.
Mm-hmm.
And so she got me a jug of it to take home with me. The only problem with that is I had 8 hours in the car.
You drank the whole thing.
No, I didn't. I made sure I like stole one of my mom's coolers and she got me ice and everything to put in it. And I was like, I hope that lasts 8 hours. It did. The milk definitely wasn't as cold as I would be comfortable with, but I wasn't. I'm gonna drink it. Like, obviously,
Isn't
it's
that
fine.
so funny though?
It's fine, but it has just like an extra little tang to it that I think not enough to like totally dismantle the. I've said dismantle a lot this one.
Good word.
That's my word of the day, I guess. I went totally Valley Girl right there. Did you hear that?
Good
I guess that's my word of the
word.
day. What was I saying?
Dismantle.
Oh yeah. It had like a little bit of like an aftertaste that I was like, that's not usually there. So maybe it's just because it got a little warmer than what it probably should.
Yeah.
But again, not enough to break
Isn't
down
that so
the actual
funny though? I
eggnog
feel
taste.
like if something gets too warm, I'm not gonna eat it when it's warm. I gotta get it back cold again for it to be safe. That doesn't make any sense.
You know what's very weird to me?
Huh.
I love like iced chai,
Yeah.
but if my warm chai gets too cold,
No, I know what you mean.
that's gross. Like it can't just be. It can't be a hot thing that just got cold. It has to just either be hot or cold.
Now, question: if you reheated it, is that good now or is it not good?
I get it's fine. Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense.
Why?
No, but I have it from like a germ perspective. Like, okay, sorry if this is disgusting, but the other day, like, I brought a bagel to work. I didn't have time to like put cream cheese on it before I left, so I just brought the thing of cream cheese with me to work in my lunchbox, which had an ice pack in it. But I forgot about it, and it sat through the night in my lunchbox. It was not warm, but it was not cold.
Not as cold. Yeah.
Ew. I put it in the fridge, and now it's safe.
No. You can't go that direction with it. No.
What do you mean direction?
Because the heat will kill. Like my tea,
You
when I'm
saying
saying
I had to heat up my cream cheese?
if you wanted to kill any bacteria that had
See,
grown on
I
it,
feel like the cold
No.
made it safe again. No, I'm
No.
saying it doesn't make sense.
no, it definitely.
But that's
I would
my
not
brain.
feel comfortable if something got too warm and I cooled it down.
But it didn't
I know
get
I just said that with
warm.
the eggnog, but it was still cool enough that I was like, I feel comfortable with it.
Yeah, what the heck?
No. But like I'm saying, if it got to like room temperature.
No, it wasn't even room temp. It was like cool.
Oh. No, I think it should have been fine.
But I wasn't going to eat it cool, is my point.
No, you needed it
I had to
cold.
eat it cold.
Yeah. No, I definitely think you're like where you're starting from. Like the eggnog that I had, it was still cool enough where I was comfortable chilling it more and drinking
This
it.
is so
Had it
stupid.
gotten to room temperature though, I would have chucked it.
Yeah.
Absolutely would have chucked
Right,
it.
no, this cream cheese was not room temp. But I would eat a bagel that was sitting out and the cream cheese was at room temp.
Ew. You would?
Sure. Cream cheese does kind of dry out, though.
It gets like that nasty, crusty.
It
like
cracks.
yeah. Nope.
Gross.
Nope. Can't do that. No.
But when you put a cream cheese on a hot bagel, it's probably getting there anyway.
It's not that it's warm. It's how it got warm. When I
Doesn't
know
make
it's
any
warming up
sense.
from a warm bagel,
But
that's
not from
totally
time?
fine. No, I can't do time.
Well, that would change for me depending on the texture of the cream cheese. If the cream cheese was like dry, no. But if it was warm, yeah. I hate when I'm trying to spread cream cheese on a hot bagel and the cream cheese is melting.
And it just slides right off, still
Hate
in
that.
its clump. Yeah, that's rough. So I try to I'll pick up a hot bagel and I'll like wave it around for a second just to try and cool the
I just have
outside of
to
it.
glob it on there and pray.
And
What was I going to... eggnog, milk, and brushing your teeth. Do you know a person in your life, maybe not in your life physically, but just do you know of a person, do you know people, kids, so it's usually kids or old people who just have like a perpetual line of spit in the front of their lips?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, what's that about? Does that not irk you so badly? And I was going to connect this because that was the reason why I stopped drinking milk. I didn't drink milk from when I was 7 until I was 17. Someone made me try it. And it wasn't because I didn't like it. I used to really like milk. But one time, and I know I've told this story before, but one time when I was in 2nd grade, it was someone's birthday. They brought in cookies and milk. And this kid who had that perpetual spit issue took a sip of milk and pulled it from his lips. And there was a string of spit connected from his lips to the cup. And I gagged audibly and never drank milk until I was 17. Someone was like, you gotta try it. And I'm like, okay, what did I learn?
Foul.
It's sour. Milk is sour. And everybody's like, you had bad milk. No, that's just the nature of it. Like mozzarella cheese has like a little bit. It's like a little sour. It's dairy. It is a little bit. And then I hadn't had it until we went to the fair, and I like drank the little bit of buttermilk that came out of our butter churning experience.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that lives in my brain.
I know. Yeah, I've seen that, and it is so unbelievably disgustingly distracting.
I hate spit.
The same thing. It's not right in the middle, but when they're the sides of their lips get it too. And then also when somebody has a really dry mouth and they're speaking and it clicks. My brother, oh my God, my brother was in the car with me one time. I was picking him up from somewhere. He was drunk.
Oh.
So I went to pick him up, and he's like a really happy, just chitter chatter kind of. So he's talking at me, but his mouth was really dry and it was clicking the whole time. But he's the type of chatter that you cannot get a word in edgewise. And so I couldn't tell him, hey, shut up.
Mm-hmm.
I had to listen to that clicking for like a solid 20 minutes as he's just chattering to me. Didn't hear a word he said because all I'm thinking, I'm like, oh my God, it's so disgusting. It's so gross. I hate it. And then I forget what I was listening to. I think it was maybe an audiobook at one point. I had to stop listening to it. No, you know what it was? One of our ASL videos, someone was doing a demonstration. I think somebody had like dry mouth or something and it was clicking. But it was for maybe not ASL, but it was during school. I had to listen to a video of someone talking about something and their mouth was clicking. And I'm like, I'll take the F. I don't want to listen to this. I will gladly fail this if I don't have to listen to a moment of this more. And it was like an hour long. It was
now
awful.
I'm self-conscious. I need to go like drink water. But I also hate when people talk a lot and they don't swallow and then they like start collecting spit in the corner of their mouth. I'm like, just take a breather.
I can't stand listening to people eat.
I know.
On the way home, we stopped at a Sheetz to grab some food and everything. And I don't drive, obviously, when I'm eating because it was a whole sandwich. So me and my brother were sitting in the car and we're eating. And especially with hot food, you know how like you do that inhale thing to kind of get like air flowing to cool things down?
Yes.
I'm listening to my brother like inhale his
slurping.
And I'm like, what did I do to deserve this? What did I do in some past life to deserve this kind of torture?
I'm with you, but I do love eating really hot food and doing that. I love hot food. I love burning my mouth on stuff.
That's weird. I really don't care one way or another. Like if my food is just as long as it's warm.
No.
Like if hot food is just like warm enough, like I heat it up in the microwave and like the top is hot, the middle is cold. I'll just mix it around so it's all warm.
No, I have to have things scorching or not at all. I love a hot slice of pizza that it's like dripping and melting, and then you eat it and it burns the skin off the roof of your mouth.
And then it you like that?
And then the crust
shedding from your mouth? Ew.
Isn't that disgusting? But
that happened to me the other day.
It tastes better to me.
I'm like swirling my tongue around the roof of my mouth trying to like get all the dead skin off.
Ew, I hate that. I do hate when that happens, but I love doing it.
It's so weird.
No, it is.
No, I had like a swollen taste bud because it got burned. I hate it. I hate everything about that.
I just run it on the back of my teeth.
I would rather take just warm
myself.
food. I'll take my warm food over hot, scalding.
What is with like if there's like a pain in my mouth, I'm touching it. Or just like if I have a bruise, I'm touching it. Why?
Same thing with like people who have cavities. They suck air through it to feel the pain.
Never had a cavity. Don't know what that's like.
Same. That's why I said other people because I have no idea.
Well, you're weird, people. You suck air through. Oh, weird.
Or like poking a bruise. Like, oh, it still hurts.
Right.
Of course it still hurts.
Why? Why do I love it?
I think it's the same weird mental whatever is going on that makes people like their own stink. Some people like the smell of their own stink. Different.
Are you talking like BO? Or are you talking farts?
They're farts and they're poop. It like
you know how
like
I feel.
Know, it's like it stinks, but you're kind of like I like what? Our brains are screwed, man.
You know how I feel about breathing in farts. I don't like to do it.
Oh, I hate it.
I hate it.
Hate it. Well, I couldn't care less if it's my own because it's whatever.
I care.
Like, other people, if I smell someone else's stink,
we're gonna have a problem. My butt. I don't want to do it. That's why my butt's down here and my nose is up here. They weren't supposed to know each other. They weren't designed to interact.
Except for
they weren't designed to interact.
Except for the fact, do you actually recognize the fact that your mouth is connected to your butt?
Yeah, we're donuts. when you think about it, in a weird roundabout way, yes, it is connected.
I just smacked my teeth off the back.
But like
donuts.
but there's a reason why they're not together.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
There's a reason why the direction is this way and not this way, okay? I wasn't supposed to smell my own farts.
Oh my
God.
gosh. I love threats that are like, I'm going to shove my foot so far up your butt you'll be tasting leather. I love those kind of
Oh
things.
my god.
Anyway,
Wait, so you were talking about farts though? You were not talking about BO? People liking their own BO?
I don't know. I've never seen
Oh.
anyone talk about liking their own BO, but
That
people talk about like their farts and stuff.
ew.
Again, I've built my algorithm. Well, no, I haven't because, like I said, I'm getting bombarded by TikTok Shop. Please stop. If my FBI agent is listening, please stop with that. Please change my algorithm. I don't want this because the other thing is that I've bought a few things from TikTok Shop. They're all junk. They're all Temu quality. It's all garbage.
They're all probably coming from the same place, is what it is.
I mean, I ordered something off of TikTok Shop. The package straight up said it was like Walmart. They're just basically shopping at other places for you and sending it to you.
Yeah.
You know? So what I got off to, like I said, it's from Walmart.
The other day, TikTok asked me, that was like, do you like your algorithm? Or like, it was like, do you feel like your algorithm is like a good reflection of the posts you're liking? I was like, no.
You got that question?
Mm-hmm.
I guess I don't read them when like the little surveys come up. I just try and cancel out of it.
I
I have to say that no, I don't.
answering the surveys, and I've been doing like not interested button. Little heartbreak. I do that. So I don't think it's working.
Yeah,
TikTok is so boring.
It is. I'm really trying to get away from social media because it's just not worth it. I'm just more and more disappointed with all of humanity. I don't want to bother with it.
I have like 3 Instagram accounts. Actually, that's a lie.
Do you have a Finsta?
I do have a Finsta.
Are you willing to share it? I share my Finsta with a very select. I don't post
With
anything on it hardly ever, but
The podcast or with you?
with me.
Probably.
I haven't
You have a
posted.
Finsta?
I do. I haven't posted on it in so long because I kept forgetting that it exists because of like no. So I don't post like selfies or anything like on my main. But I'm like that's just not. I've posted a few things like on my Finsta
Mhm.
that are just totally stupid and ridiculous and just like what am I doing? It made me laugh, so I'm like let's put it on the Finsta.
Yeah.
I have like a grand total like 4 followers on that because I don't let anybody follow that. Even 1 follower, actually, I probably should delete. She don't need to be seeing that.
Yeah, I don't let people follow my Finsta.
Yeah.
I've got my like family account, which is the one that you follow.
So your public friendly one.
Yeah, my public one. I've got my Finsta, and then I have the account that I had in high school, which I deleted everything off of. And in the I took my profile picture off of it and everything, and in the bio I was just said like, go follow my other account or something. But I was just like obsessed with like having followers, which is so stupid. So I follow so many people on it, and it's like all people I went to high school with. And every once in a while, I'll like get on it and I start scrolling, and I'm like, oh, I'm failing.
No, that's why I went through my Instagram and I deleted everything. Because I recognized, like, I'm following all these people from high school that they don't care about me. I don't care about that. We were never friends, but we were just in high school together, basically. So all I am to you is a number.
Mm-hmm.
And you can tell because I would post something. I'd have, I was never super popular. I had, like, less than, around 300 or so, following and friends, whatever. I'd post something, and I would get the same maybe 30 people liking it. I'm like, this ratio ain't ratioing. Like, what is happening here? So I went through and I'm like, I am nothing but a number to you people. You don't care about my posts. You don't care about my life. You don't care about how I'm doing. You just want the number in your friends and your following and that. So I went through and I deleted a bunch of people and I privatized my one. So much better off for it, because I stopped caring about the likes. I use it more as a personal scrapbook.
Yeah.
A digital scrapbook so I can try and like clear out some of my actual photos, which I need to do. I privatized my Facebook. I still have my Facebook, but again, I got rid of all the friends. Nobody can see it. I privatized it. Nobody can see what I'm doing on Facebook anymore. Getting rid of everybody totally rewired my way of thinking. And, I do it for me now. I don't do it for validation from other people. It is truly for me now because I'm basically the only one on it.
Yeah.
It's been great. And I texted my mom, or no, she called me the other day. She's like, did you see all the snow and blah, blah, blah? I posted a picture on it on Facebook. And I'm like, I got rid of Facebook. She's like, what do you mean? I'm like, yeah, I unfriended everybody. Like, I don't. She's like, oh, I guess I'll stop tagging you in things. You know what? I didn't say it, but I wanted to. And I'm like, that was the catalyst for me deleting my Facebook.
I was gonna ask, like, what
she has tagged me in so many things. Like, it's like she sees something, she thinks of me, like, oh, I'll like it. Oh, look how cute this is. Please stop. And I've asked her. I was like, stop sending, like, messaging me. Stop sending me things because I don't look at them. She would like text message or like message me things like, oh, take a look at that. I don't look at them. So I had to tell her, I was just like, yeah, Mom, I'm sorry. Like, I don't look at anything. I don't get on there enough to like actually thoroughly look at anything. So you don't need to send me anything. She continued to send me things.
Yeah, Mom.
And her excuse was, instead of sending it through like Facebook and like tagging me on Facebook and Messenger, she sent it like through a text. And I'm like,
link.
It's the same thing.
Oh no.
She's like, but I texted you it. I'm like, same thing. I'm not looking at this crap. Like, please stop. And so I was like, yeah, I got rid of Facebook. And she's like, I guess I'll stop tagging you in things. And I'm like, good.
Yeah.
That was the point. That was the whole point. That sounds so ungrateful and I know it. I know how selfish I sound, but like.
No, my mom sends me stuff on Instagram all the time that is just like, girl, please stop believing everything you see.
I genuinely use my social medias as my own personal scrapbook, so I can just, flip through my own pictures. Or, oh, remember this when this happened? I'm not adding in all your little cutesy little cards and all your that. I'm like, please stop.
Facebook is so corny. I can't. I just think, I don't know. Facebook is so much. Like, my mom has so many friends on Facebook, and whenever it's my birthday, she'll like post about it, and then it's just like 800 people in the comments like, happy birthday, Mary Grace. I'm like, I don't know you guys. What?
Even before this, like a year or two ago, I privatized my birthday.
And
so it wouldn't post like, oh, it's this person. Nobody would get a notification for it. Nobody would text me. That's the thing. And like, I don't need an artificial happy birthday from people who wouldn't know otherwise.
And a balloon art. I don't need it.
If you don't know, if I'm not an important enough person to you to have like my phone in your calendar, because I don't expect people to actually remember everyone's birthday. I just don't. I don't remember my friends or my family birthdays. It's just too much. I'm not in my memory bank kind of thing. But I certainly take enough time to put it in my calendar, and to put the alarm on, say, hey, this is this person's birthday. If I'm not an important enough person in your life to warrant a space in your calendar, your personal calendar, I don't need it on Facebook. I don't need it when someone, an artificial thing reminds you of it.
Yeah.
You either want to know my birthday and wish me a genuine happy birthday, or so I did. I privatized it, and it made it so much better, because I feel like the obligation before, I felt like an obligation to like individually acknowledge everybody that was wishing me a happy birthday, and it would take up half the day on my birthday. What's my day? I want to spend it how I want. Not thanking a bunch of you fake people.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
God, I sound like such a bitch. I'm sorry.
No, I'm with you. I hate
this is why. I know why it is.
We
only have one listener because nobody can stand me. It's not because we don't advertise enough.
That's not it.
Dude, I suck.
It's so funny because Eric's brother has a good amount of followers on Instagram. He does like those reels that is just like, I don't know, just like relatable videos or whatever, like memes and stuff. And so he has a lot of followers. Eric is like, dude, I'll ask him to like shout you guys out. And I'm like, and no.
Why?
You want me to do that?
Don't we want this to kind of?
I do. That's so scary.
Did you see? We got Germany.
I haven't even
Hi, Germany.
opened the app. Hi, Germany.
Girl, we got Germany.
I know. I've been so bad lately.
Let me see.
I have been so like, this is the first semester that finals have been hitting me so hard where like my brain is just moosh. My brain is mushy. I've just been writing essay after essay, and I'm just using the same words, and I hate it. And I like, like when you...
I take it back. I'm so sorry.
Not Germany?
Not Germany. It's Belgium.
Oh my God, they're going to hate us.
I'm so sorry, Belgium.
I thought we had Belgium.
No.
Oh.
That was more recent. So
Hi,
now we
Belgium.
have...
Sorry, Germany.
Hey, Germany, get on board, please. Hello. United States, obviously. Ireland, Australia, Canada, India, United Kingdom, Costa Rica, and Belgium.
Wow.
Hi, Belgium. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me.
I think what it is I'm afraid of the Instagram Reel audience. Isn't it like a whole meme where it's like, oh, post this on Instagram Reels because people on Instagram are ruthless?
Well, we don't have anything to post on Reels. Ours is audio.
No,
we can't really do anything with audio clips.
I don't know. I'll think about it. We'll think about it.
Do you want this to go big?
I don't know. That's so scary.
Well,
Like,
the
yes
thing is,
and no.
Well,
I think I want it to be small but big. If that makes sense.
like have our dedicated fan
Like,
base, but
I would
not
like to have people interacting.
Yeah.
But have it be
not overwhelming.
like a family kind of
Yeah.
group. Like maybe like a couple 10,000.
Oh,
Yeah, but then the people who are actually commenting, it's not a lot of people commenting.
okay.
If
I
we
see
have
what
like
you mean.
20,000 followers, probably like 30 people.
So
are
you
gonna
want
be
it to be
commenting.
like your music that you listen to. You want
Yeah.
to be like your niche type of people.
niche, but like dedicated people.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Not just like your run of the mill, I'll listen to them like occasionally. Like you want your dedicated people.
Yes.
Yeah. I get that.
Do you feel the same, or how do you feel about it?
I would like that. Yeah.
The same.
I would really like a more dedicated, because then that way, because we only talk about, I always tell people when I say, oh yeah, I have a podcast, like family and friends, like, oh, on my podcast we mentioned this, that you have a podcast? Yeah. What do you talk about? Oh, it's just nothing. We just record our conversations. It's a genuine, we're just talking. We just happen to be recording it.
Mhm.
So I want the people who listen to us to be almost like a friend that are in the conversation with us, not just a random listener that are like seeking out things to bash us with, but like someone of a similar mindset that if they were with us would be a part of the conversation as well.
Yeah. I'm with you. It's just casual, like just for you to listen throughout your day, like mindless. I feel like we're pretty relatable.
Well, we're so like middle of the road. You know what I mean? Like
No.
we're so middle class.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's relatable.
Yeah. So I feel like we're the average. We are so beyond average that like anybody can really relate.
I feel like our ideal audience is just like girls in their 20s.
People who are just trying to live their life.
Yeah.
Who are just getting by.
Just us.
Shout out to you guys. Shout out to everyone who is just getting by. How's life going? Getting by. It's
Oh my
going.
god.
Yeah.
Should we
Shout out to it specifically. You know those memes that are just like, have a good morning or a good night to these specific people.
Oh yeah.
And it's like anyone who burned their toast this morning. It's like something so specific and everything.
Yeah.
Shout out and have a great day to anybody who specifically says the answer to, oh, how you doing? How you doing? I'm doing.
It's going.
It's going. How's life? It's going.
I never know what to say to that though. I'm like, good, bad.
I have gotten to a point in my life, I feel really weird lying.
Yeah, no, same. We've talked about
But
this.
I also feel really weird telling the truth because the truth is not what people want to hear.
Well, you don't want to trauma dump on the cashier at Wegmans, but like when people, I'll be like, how's it going? And they'll be like, it's going. And I'm like, does that mean it's going? Congratulations?
I love that.
I don't know what to say. Or
No,
I'll be
like,
are you
to
all
the
set?
people who are like, no, how you doing? Living the dream.
I hate that.
That's a condolences necessary. Because you're very much not living the dream.
Yeah, nobody is.
But no, I do have one client. She comes to me on a weekly basis. And so I straight up told her, I was just like, I hope, because I'm still in the search for an office, the one that I have my sights set on, things weren't panning out properly. But I was looking at another office, but that's way out in Kaz, which is on the opposite side of where I want to be going.
Right.
And my weekly client is more around this area.
Mhm.
So that's way of a haul, especially in the winter. She's elderly,
Yeah.
I say elderly. She's not a frail woman. She works out. She does more exercise than I do. She's more fit than I am. She's going to live until she's 120, dude. Like this woman
That's
is
so
fit.
cute.
But it's still like, she is still older. She, especially during the winter, she doesn't want to be driving at night, obviously.
I don't either.
And she said, no, I won't be able to drive out on a weekly basis if I were to move out to Cass. So I'm really trying to find something on this end of town. But I did. I trauma dumped on her this past week. And I told her, I was like, I really can't lose you as a client because you're my sanity at this point. Like, she keeps me somewhat within the realm of functioning.
That's really sweet.
I'm the one giving her a massage, but like mentally, she is like my therapist.
It's a symbiotic relationship.
It is.
That's cute.
Oh man, she's a sweet old lady.
That's nice.
So yeah, I really gotta work on finding.
That's too bad about that office.
Well, it's still in the mix.
Yeah.
It's just not what they just hit me with something I wasn't expecting, and I was like, I don't know if I can swing that, so I'm gonna look into some other options. Then they got back to me and renegotiated to my original expectation.
Okay.
But now that I have feelers out, now I have like inquiries out to other places. I'm like, well, I can't commit to anything until I know everything, until I'm fully informed, to make the best decision.
Yeah.
So now I kind of shot myself in the foot. Not myself, they weren't working with me as much as I would want. So now the time frame has been pushed a little bit more than I would like. We'll see. But just things are so ridiculously expensive. Like I talked to my mom and I told her it's so crazy to me the amount of money that I'm spending in order to even be able to work, therefore to make money. I'm spending money to make money. And I know that's everybody. I know it's so much different when if you're part of a company, maybe they consider your pay and you're not making as much money because you have to pay for your position, you have to pay for your slot, whatever it is. But when you physically have to write the check, when you physically have to send the Venmo payment of your rent every month, it hits a little harder.
Sure.
Because I'm watching that money disappear just for me to be able to then make it all back. And it hurts. And I if I have to spend an entire week's worth of income just to be able to have the slot there for it hurts, man.
That's a lot.
It's really hard. And especially when I'm looking around all these different places and the retail space and the office space available is like over 1,000 square feet. Folks, I need less than 300 square feet to function. You can't find that anywhere.
That's so weird.
Everywhere that I'm calling up, we have like a 2,000 square foot place. I'm
like,
don't need that.
Wow.
So it's just frustrating because I'm like, I just need an office with an open room. That's all I need.
Yeah.
But then I get online and I'm searching and they don't put that kind of thing out there. You know what I mean? That's not being advertised on the lists and on the websites and everything. So now I'm like, what the heck? How do I find this? Am I going on knocking on doors? Hey, you got any room? Like, what?
That's crazy.
So I'm stressed a little bit. Anyway, moving on.
What do you want to look at Hobby Lobby? Anything specific?
I'm just trying to look for something for my mom.
Okay.
Someone said, they've got such cute little things and this, that, and also some other crafts because my family Christmas party, we're doing like a white elephant, but it's supposed to be like homemade gifts.
Oh, wow. Mm-hmm.
So I needed like a little project to do. So I bought a thing off of Amazon, just like a little kit of the string pictures. You put all the nails and then you just loop the string and it forms like a little picture. Mm-hmm. So I got one of those and it was just a cross and then you just put all the strings to form the cross. And it's good for anybody because it's, anybody can get it.
Mm-hmm.
But I had fun with it. And I was like, maybe this can be like a little additional hobby of mine. So I was going to look into what they have there and then also try and find some like stocking stuffer gifts for my mom. Nice. Yeah, I've been putting that off. So kind of need to do that. Are you going to find anything at Hobby Lobby just for the heck of it?
I don't have a goal. I'm just along for the ride.
It's a happy little accident. It's, the treasure you're not intending to find is always the best. So, do you want to get lunch too? I didn't eat.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Where?
Come on now.
We know.
Isn't even a question at this point.
I can't wait. I love Chipotle.
Oh, man.
Well, I love Chipotle. Everybody hates it. I love it.
I do. I love it.
Do you always get the same thing?
I do.
Same.
Well, I shouldn't say that. If they have a new meat or whatever, not that you would care, but they had the brisket. I don't know if they still have it, but the brisket was pretty good. I've been
hearing good things about that.
It's seasoned really fun. I don't know what kind of cuts of the brisket they're using so much though, because there are a lot of like really fatty pieces, but the seasoning on it is pretty stinking good and worth it. So we won't get that if it's still available, but if not, then I usually just get chicken.
The meat is so weird.
I mean, it is though.
Right?
I always think about that. I'm like, it's just cooked muscles. It's just cooked animal muscles. And like, especially with more of a fibrous meat, like if you pulled chicken apart, a lot of times you'll see like the individual, like those are muscle fibers, folks.
Ugh.
It's muscle fibers.
Ugh. It's so weird. I just hate when there's an irregularity.
What do you mean?
Like, have you ever been eating chicken and you see like a little red something?
A vein?
Vein, yeah.
Yeah. The fat pieces and
that's
stuff.
terrifying. Yeah. Fatty pieces, a little piece of cartilage, a tendon, and like a chicken wing.
It makes it entirely too, this is an animal.
It's too risky for me.
It just reminds me that I'm actually eating an animal.
Well, for me, when I ate meat, if there was an irregularity, that's it. I'm not eating anymore.
You're done.
You ruined my appetite. If it happened early in the meal, I'm going hungry. You pray that it happens later if it has to happen at all. Like, that is why, honestly, like, why I stopped eating meat is because it was, like, too anxiety-inducing.
I get that. I was eating some leftover turkey, and I got a bone. I got a tiny little bone sliver. I was like, oh,
Does that not just ruin it for you?
It did.
Like, how do you proceed after that? With caution.
With a lot of nausea.
Right.
Yeah. No, it made it hard.
Right.
Literally, because it was a bone.
That has like been my experience. Is just like,
what's your favorite Thanksgiving food? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Well, you know I don't like stuffing. We've got an episode named after the fact.
Yep.
My favorite Thanksgiving food, probably mashed potatoes. I love mashed potatoes. I wrote the essay about the mashed potatoes. Yeah. I love.
Everyone says mashed potatoes, and I gotta say,
you don't like them.
The Thanksgiving style, like the smooth, creamy, just straight up mashed potatoes. They are my least favorite form of potato.
Okay.
There was just, I mean, I will say my aunt we made like 25 pounds of potatoes. It was ridiculous.
Do you like the skin in?
Dirty mashed potatoes?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I do. Nobody else in my family does, so I never get dirty mashed potatoes. I also like my mashed potatoes, like chunkier.
Right.
Not fully mashed. Everyone likes them super like pasty cream. And I'm like, no. I also, if I'm going to have like the creamed up mashed potatoes, I like to doctor them up. Like sour cream, cream cheese, Parmesan cheese, like a bake. After you mix all of that together and you put Parmesan, sprinkle it on top and bake it so it's like a crust.
Like twice baked but not inside the skin.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, that sounds good.
Oh, I love it. The creamier, like if I'm going to have creamy mashed potatoes, they're going to be cream with cream cheese and sour cream, all that, all that jazz. And I love those. That's my favorite thing ever. But yeah, nobody else likes that.
What's your favorite Thanksgiving food?
I like the stuffing.
You like the stuffing?
I love well, if it's good. I've had bad stuffing.
Again?
What?
What is stuffing? Bread and like seasoning?
Seasoned croutons with usually mixed with like a broth or a little bit of milk. Sometimes people will put into it as well. But it's usually soaks up. People put it in the turkey and the stuffing then soaks up the juices of the turkey as well.
I saw stuffing at my aunt's and I was like, I don't know what's in it, so I'm not gonna touch it.
I love stuffing.
I wasn't trying to poison myself with any broth like you did that one time.
No, not broth. It was cream of chicken.
Oh, even better.
So
my
sorry.
God. No, it's okay.
I'm so sorry.
I literally don't care at all. I just think it's so funny.
I didn't even register it.
No, I know.
Because it's cream. It didn't register as meat. It did not register. Well, that's it. It's not pasted. It's not pasty chicken. It's a something mixed, but there's tiny little chicken pieces in it.
Oh my God, you tried to kill me.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. I really don't care at all. I don't care at all. I think it's so funny. I don't care at all.
I'm glad you don't care, but I care.
No, but it's great. You don't even it's wild what has meat in it that you'd never even know.
Yeah, like once my cheesy potatoes are totally made, 100% you cannot tell there's any meat in it.
No, guess what I learned this year has got meat in it.
Mm-hmm.
You ever have like rye bread and like that dip?
Yeah, there's
like beef in the dip.
Yeah. Why? Well, it depends on if you get that type, then yes, I like it with just dill.
Right.
It's like a roast beef or something, but no, I like it with like dill, which is not meaty.
Come on.
Yeah.
Stop putting meat in everything, people. Oh
no,
my
you know what's
God.
Also very good? The strawberry salad that my aunt makes.
Ooh.
That's really good.
My aunt puts mandarin oranges in salad. I love that.
Yeah.
I love every second of that.
And then the broccoli casserole. It was broccoli salad. It's got like a mix of broccoli and cauliflower. This did have like bacon bits and stuff, but with cheddar cheese. There's something else in it that
like a broccoli slaw.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
Yep. It was very good. I love that stuff. I had some leftovers of it, a little container of it that I put in my fridge, but I must have put it too close to my water jug because the water then tasted like broccoli.
Don't you hate when you have a banana near anything?
I don't have bananas, period. I don't do bananas.
Yeah. Oh, you don't like them?
No.
Texture?
Yeah. Most food that I don't like is a texture thing. Bananas, blueberries, cherries, oysters, clams. Although I love seafood. I like scallops. Love scallops.
I don't think I've ever had a scallop.
Can't do octopus. Not that I've never actually had oysters or octopus, but the look of it, I can tell what it feels like, and I know I don't like it.
It looks like a little snotty tongue.
Can't do it. I can no longer ever do frog legs again. Frog legs taste like chicken and stuff. Can't do frog legs because of like the rubbery, elastic texture. I don't know. Can't do it. Yeah, I ate them one time, and I ordered them, so I was going to eat them, and they tasted fine. They tasted great.
But the texture.
The texture, like I said, because like a chicken wing is more rigid. You know, if you have a chicken wing, it's not moving around.
Ew.
The frog leg was still kicking, dude. It was like I could bend it and it was kicking like a frog. Can't do it. Can't do it.
God,
Cannot do it.
Meat is so weird. Stop
Do you like
everything?
Do you like dry food or wet food?
That depends. Like, what are we talking about?
Like your turkey. Do you want gravy on your turkey or do you just eat dry turkey?
Dry.
Like eggs. Do you want them a little bit runnier or like totally dried?
That I don't like a run, but I like a jam.
Okay.
I like a jammy egg, so I guess in between for eggs. But
Like-
I don't like a run. Do you like a run?
No.
Do you like dry?
I like little jammy.
Yeah, a little jam.
Yeah.
What about turkey?
I like most of my food wet in some capacity.
Okay.
Like eating, like I'm not a chip person. That's too dry.
Well, I have to do a chip and a dip.
You have to have a dip with it,
A
right?
dip.
Yeah. You gotta have a dip with it. Turkey, I want either with, I'm not a huge gravy fan, but I would rather have a little bit of gravy, or if it's, as long as it's a really juicy, like dripping juicy turkey. My dad
Turkey is
smoked.
normally dry.
It is usually, unfortunately. It's not supposed to be if you cook it well. My dad smoked the turkey this year.
Smoked turkey is bomb.
Oh my god, when you can taste the actual smoke
Yes.
with it. I'll take
That's
a little
my
bit of a
favorite way to
drier
eat turkey. Yeah.
it wasn't dry in the slightest. Like it was juicy still, but I will take a little bit of a drier turkey as long as you can taste that smoke. And he
Yeah.
did put like a rub on it that was like a mixture. It had like caramelized onions and apples and a couple other things in it that just you didn't think it would go together, but he put, oh my god, was it good. It was good turkey. And the problem was I did have leftovers of that and it was very good until I hit that bone and it ruined it for me.
See?
It was awful.
This is what I'm talking about, people.
Do you like
You know what I don't
sweet
understand?
potatoes? Do you like sweet potatoes?
I love sweet potatoes.
I love sweet potatoes.
I don't
Can't do
like
repeats of
when
those, though.
people like meat to be tender.
You don't like when
I liked like burnt, well done.
you're
steak?
a psychopath.
When people eat ribs, I don't understand that because they are entirely too squishy. Pulled pork is like
It was a great time, folks. I'm gonna have to go. This is our last episode. I cannot
when
speak to
people
this
make
psychopath
pulled pork
anymore.
and it's like squishy and not like
The
dry.
video of someone
and
pulling out a
hard.
brisket and
it
then just
falls.
squishing and falling apart. How is that not the most wonderful, miraculous, orgasmic thing you've ever seen in your
What are you
life?
talking about? It's like moosh.
I love it. A rib that literally you
Ugh.
pick up the bone and it just drops right off of
Ew.
it. God bless. That is the way
You
to
could
do it.
just swallow it at that point.
Oh,
You gotta
yeah.
do it. Ew.
Yeah, that's
Ew.
the way to do it. Actually, that video I sent you, I got yelled at by TikTok.
Wait.
So you know how I sent it to you. Okay, folks, I'm
I
talking
saw
about
it.
a video of like bread baking and it rising and the crust, like all the kind of stuff. I texted it to Mary Grace and I said, "This looks like what an orgasm feels like."
Yes, I saw it.
I made
Did I
myself
respond?
laugh. No, you did. You said something or other. You did respond to it.
I was
But
like, ha ha ha
so I sent that to you. I made myself laugh with that, so I tried to comment that same thing,
ha.
forgetting that you can't use the word orgasm. I got violated. I got a violation.
No, the people who posted that got violated by you.
No, it never made it to the comment because it got.
What are you like on strike or something?
No, it just said we took down your comment because it was a violation. And it hit me. I was like, oh yeah, that's not something you can say.
I've seen definitely worse things in the TikTok comments.
Well, as long as you do like an asterisk.
You should have said organism.
I was thinking about like recall. I was like, maybe that's the Lord's way of saying that. Yeah, maybe you don't need to comment that kind of thing. So I moved on. But
That's so funny. What were the other comments saying similar things? I didn't
no,
look.
of course not, because people are more mature than I am.
That's just your brain.
It's just my brain. But
That's
it did,
so
didn't
funny.
it? Was I wrong? I wasn't wrong, dude. It looked like when the
Oh
bread
my
came up and
God.
it peaked and it
Well, the first one had like two pieces in it. Like
the one
fell off the
yeah.
top.
That one wasn't as satisfying, but like the rest of them when they bubble up and they're just like, ah, yeah, yep.
We gotta go. It's noon.
Is it really? Bye, folks. It's been grand. Hope you had a good Thanksgiving. I don't know when this is going to be coming out. Probably way
next
after.
year.
It's been grand. Talk at you next
Talk to you
time.
next week. Bye.
Bye.